We all feel something when we look up at the night sky and see a bunch of stars shining brightly. Maybe some people feel lonely, or maybe some people feel empty, but for the vast majority of people, perhaps this serves as a trigger for a curiosity that has accompanied humanity for a long time. Are we the only living beings in the universe? On a starry night, you can see between 2,000 and 505,000 stars, and most of them are less than 1,000 light years away. If you've ever looked up at the sky and had the feeling that the universe is immense, I need to discourage you. Everything we can see in the night sky with the naked eye corresponds to less than 1% of the diameter of the Milky Way, our galaxy. In other words, the entire night sky is contained in this little ball here. Okay, I know this might sound a bit boring because it shows how insignificant we are on the universe side, but things will get more exciting from here, I promise. On the timeline, the hypothetical planet would be 3.46 billion years ahead of us. The hypothetical planet was at our level of technology here. And just to give you an idea, this is the slice of time from the extinction of the dinosaurs to today, 64 million years. Imagining the world 100 years from now is already an extremely difficult task. Generally, everyone who tries to imagine the world 100 years from now gets it wrong. This is like historical. Imagining a civilization 1,000,000 years from now is already a perfect shot in the dark. Now, imagining an advanced society with technology 3.46 billion years ahead of us is unimaginable. But fortunately, there is a tool that helps us classify and categorize civilizations based on their level of technology, and that's the Kardashev scale. The Kardashev scale has 3 groups, or 3 types. Type 1 can store and use all the energy on its own planet. We're currently Type 0, but we're learning very well how to deal with energy, and we're constantly discovering breakthroughs in the area of energy matrices, and that puts us, more or less, at Type 0.7. Who knows? In the next few centuries, we could become a Type 1 civilization. Since Type 2 can store and use all the energy coming from its host star, we currently don't have any practical means of doing this, or of imagining how we do this. We only have a few hypothetical things we could do, like, for example, a Dyson sphere. Literally, a sphere that surrounds the host star and can capture the energy emitted by it through, for example, solar panels. And finally, a Type 3 civilization can use and store energy equivalent to that of its entire host galaxy. If you think that's bizarre, then don't forget that our hypothetical planet has 3.46 billion years of technology ahead of us. Now let's be very pessimistic and assume that only 0.1% of all the probable 100,000 intelligent civilizations in the Milky Way have developed into a Type 3 civilization. Why haven't any of them communicated with us so far? Where is everyone? Welcome to Fermi's Paradox. And our best hypothesis as to why this might happen is the so-called Great Filter. The Great Filter hypothesis says that at some point in the evolution of a civilization, until it becomes a Type 3 civilization, there must be some kind of barrier, some kind of filter, that is extremely unlikely or perhaps even impossible to pass through. If this is true, the big question is, at what point in the evolution of a civilization does this great filter occur? This leaves us with 3 alternatives. The first, we are rare. That is, the great filter is behind us. We are the first, or we are screwed. If the great filter has already passed us by, then we are rare. Who knows? It may even have been the origin of life. It's impossible to know. But this explains why there are no Type 3 civilizations yet. Who knows? Maybe we're one of the first to become Type 3. If we're the first, or we're part of the first. This could mean that, for the first time since the Big Bang, the universe has shown itself to be conducive to life and to the emergence and evolution of civilizations. It could be that at some point in the past, other civilizations had tried to develop, but the early universe didn't have the right conditions for it. It could be, for example, that every time a civilization tried to develop, a supernova happened very close by, or perhaps gamma-ray bursts. We have no way of knowing. But this also explains why there are no Type 2 or Type 3 civilizations. And frankly, this is the best of all hypotheses, because with it, we don't have to worry about the big filter, because it, in a way, doesn't exist, or else we're screwed. If we're not rare, and we're just evolving and building our civilization, to one day reach the same stage of evolution as all the other civilizations before us, to fatally succumb to the great filter. But now let's be a little more optimistic, and look at those who argue that civilizations of Type 2 and 3 do exist, and there are also rational reasons why they haven't sent us messages yet. Human beings are on Earth for more or less 5 years. Human beings have been on Earth for more or less 50,000 years, which from a universal or even geological point of view is nothing, and recorded history is just over 5,500 years old. So one great possibility is that civilizations of Type 2 and 3 could have sent messages to us, but we didn't exist. Or maybe civilizations of Type 2 and 3 are talking at this very moment, throughout the galaxy. Only with some kind of technology that we, inferior people of Type 0.7, don't have enough technology yet to conceive of all our attempts so far to communicate with. Extraterrestrial civilizations have been based on radio waves, and it may be that for a civilization of Type 2 or 3, this doesn't even exist anymore. Imagine that we as humanity are my dog, and that I am an advanced Type 2 civilization. Looking at him, why would I waste my time teaching mathematics, physics, time travel, travel close to the speed of light, and so many other things that Type 2 and 3 civilizations do, well, he won't understand. We humans aren't used to imagining ourselves as inferior beings. Even here on Earth, we imagine ourselves as superior at the top of the food chain. And, well, that makes little sense. The truth is, well, we're probably just one of thousands of civilizations. If they exist, then maybe we're just an inferior civilization in a galaxy dominated by civilizations of Type 3. Maybe they're waiting to make contact. Thank you very much, and until next time.